Do you ever wake up and just feel heavy? Before your feet even hit the floor, your mind is already racing with worries, anxieties, and a sense of dread about the day ahead. It's like a dark cloud follows you from your bed to your morning coffee. If that sounds familiar, you're not alone. And more importantly, you're not stuck there. This feeling isn't a life sentence. It's a habit. And today, we're going to talk about how a simple 5-minute practice can completely break that habit and rewire your brain for happiness. Let's talk about Daniel. To everyone on the outside, Daniel had it all. Good job, nice apartment, a loving girlfriend named Sarah. He was the picture of success, but every single morning, Daniel felt miserable. His first act of the day wasn't stretching or drinking a glass of water. It was grabbing his phone and doom scrolling. He'd immerse himself in negative news, compare his life to the curated perfection he saw on social media, and by the time he got out of bed, he already felt defeated. He was constantly thinking, I'll be happy when I get that promotion, or I'll finally relax after we go on that vacation. But later never came. Happiness was always just over the horizon, a destination he could never quite reach. This constant negativity wasn't just a bad mood, it was a poison. It started seeping into everything. He couldn't sleep well. He was irritable and distant with Sarah. His entire outlook on life had become gray and cynical. One evening, Sarah finally confronted him. She looked at him with sad eyes and said, "It's like you treat every day as a punishment. You're waiting for life to start, but it's happening right now, and you're missing it." Her words hit him hard, but the breaking point came later that night. As they lay in bed, she whispered, "I do know how much longer I can wake up next to someone who hates waking up." That was it. The words echoed in his head, and sleep became impossible. Unable to bear the suffocating silence of his apartment, Daniel got up and went for a walk. It was still dark. The city was quiet, and for the first time in years, he felt a sense of stillness. As the sun began to rise, he found himself in a small park where an elderly man was sitting on a bench, sipping tea and watching the dawn with a look of pure, quiet contentment. Daniel felt compelled to speak to him. He ended up pouring out his frustrations, the constant stress, the feeling of emptiness despite his success. The old man listened patiently. When Daniel finished, he simply sighed. "You are looking for happiness in all the wrong places. You think it's something you find, like a lost wallet. But happiness is not found. It is practiced." That single idea struck Daniel like a lightning bolt. Practiced. He realized, with a shock, that he had been practicing something every day. He had been training his mind, with incredible discipline, to focus on everything that was wrong. He had become an expert in negativity. The old man then shared his own simple, daily practice. "Every morning," he said, "before you do anything else, write down 3 specific things you are grateful for. Not big, vague things like my health or my family. Be specific. What about your health are you grateful for today? That your lungs can take a deep, clean breath of this morning air. What about your family? That your girlfriend made you laugh yesterday with a silly joke." He explained that small, concrete moments are what our real life is made of. The mind is like a garden. If you keep planting weeds of worry and comparison, that's all that will grow. But if you intentionally plant seeds of gratitude, day after day, a beautiful garden will flourish. So Daniel decided to try it. The first few days felt ridiculous, forced. He'd sit with a pen and paper and struggle. "I'm grateful for my coffee." It felt awkward and silly. This is a normal part of the process. His mind was so used to its old patterns that gratitude felt like a foreign language, but he stuck with it. Around the end of the first week, something shifted. He noticed that during the day, his mind started to subconsciously look for things to write down the next morning. It was like a little scavenger hunt for good moments. He'd catch himself thinking, "Oh, that was a nice chat with a coworker. I'll write that down tomorrow." He was actively training his attention. Over the next few weeks and months, the transformation was profound. It wasn't that his life circumstances changed. He still had the same job, the same apartment. What changed was his experience of life. He started appreciating moments as they happened, not just in hindsight. He'd savor the warmth of the sun on his face during his lunch break. He'd feel a genuine warmth when Sarah held his hand. His baseline mood shifted from anxious and heavy to light and appreciative. He became more present, more engaged, and their relationship blossomed. Sarah didn't have to wake up next to someone who hated waking up anymore. She woke up next to someone who was grateful to be there with her. This wasn't a temporary mood boost. It was a fundamental change in his emotional operating system. Gratitude became his new habit, his new automatic pilot. The core lesson here is so powerful. Your life doesn't improve because your circumstances change. Your life improves when your attention changes. We spend so much energy trying to control the world outside of us, hoping that if we can just arrange all the pieces perfectly, we'll finally be happy. But true, lasting well-being comes from controlling the one thing we actually can, where we place our focus. Gratitude is the tool that allows us to do that. It's not about ignoring the problems in life. It's about ensuring that the good doesn't get ignored either. It's about balancing the scales. So, I invite you to try this. Just for 1 week. Every morning, before you pick up your phone, pick up a pen. Write down 3 specific things you're grateful for. 3 small, real moments. It might feel weird at first, but I promise you, you are planting seeds. You are training your mind. You are taking back control of your mornings, and you are choosing what kind of garden your life will be. You have the power to change your entire emotional world in just 5 minutes a day. Start tomorrow. Thanks for watching. If this resonated with you, consider subscribing for more content on building a better, more intentional life. See you in the next one.